Hi everyone, my name is Yanmin Shen, and I'm an international student of CSMB. I come from China. As we know, China and the United States are the two big economies in the world, and China appointing large number of United States to visit every year because it's a long history and central. For too many Chinese people, United States is very mysterious country as well, and not a few of them very interesting about United States. So based on this permission, I do the survey related to how much do Chinese people know about United States and what do they thinking about American. For the survey form, there has a few questions. The first question is ask what they like most in American. 30% people choose American education. Actually, the China education was very different from American education. American education is at wide freedom learning. In the school, the teacher teaching student, not all of them is like the no knowledge. The teacher teaching student learning way. Teacher want student know sometimes study is not just from textbook. It's not just from the class. More study the learning stuff is come from regular life. Maybe the nature or maybe the between two people to talk. Everywhere. If you want to study, you can study everywhere, not just in the class. Teaching knowledge just one way. So the teacher teaching student is a lot of way, too many way, all of the way for the study. They do this is just one student more interested about the study. So they can get a good grades that they can so happy when they start learning something. China the education is different. Because China the education is teacher teaching everything in the class. They don't give student time to go outside or maybe in the life to study. Because in the Chinese people mind is study was very important. But study important is not for the interest, it's for the grades, for the future. So in the China the education, the teacher will be choosing is I teach you everything in the class that you need to remember it. You need to remember everything that I taught it, and after class that you need to do a lot of the express for it. You need to do a lot of the homework to help you remember this question or this knowledge forever. So this is a China and American for the education part was very big the difference. Because China gave the student for a lot of the pressure. That's why the more Chinese people they like the American education. Because they don't want to get too many the pressure from the study. Except the education, there has a 20% people choose American environment and the fresh air. I can understand it during these years. China's air pollution was a very big problems. That was so terrible. Sometimes, like in the winter, air pollution was terrible. Is when you go outside, you cannot see the clearly. So, when the people know the American has very good fresh air and very beautiful the environment, that they very like it. So they choose American the environment and the fresh air. They think the American the fresh air and the environment, it was amazing. For the don't like the part on American, 45% people choose American the political and public security. I mean, in their mind, American has a very big the problem is American people use a gun. The Chinese people cannot understand it because they don't know about why they use a gun forever and why the actually every people in American that they can have the gun in the home. Actually, for the American people use a gun is just to protect their private property. You use a gun to protect themselves, to protect their own stuff. So for the American people use a gun, that was legally can have the gun. And for the American have the gun, I before ask, and I know about this is not just American people can have the gun. International students still can have the gun in American too. Just need remember that your age needs more than 16 years old, that you can buy the gun for yourself. If the gun just protect the people's private property, I think it's okay. But some of the people use the gun to doing some of the very bad things, let people very afraid it. That's the reason why the Chinese people are afraid and they don't like the American the public security, because have the gun, they will be thinking dangerous always around the people. So that's why they very don't like the political and public security. For the president, most of the Chinese people choose the president is they want the Trump keep doing the president, because the Trump being the president, when the Trump did being the president, in their mind he helped a lot. Chinese people think the Trump have own thinking, and always when he talk with someone, that makes someone was so happy. So they think the Trump can help the American better. When the Trump always talk with someone or Trump doing some or like the personal presentation, always have mentorship and the leadership. So I think that's why they think like the Trump will be the good president. For the American government, Chinese people don't know about it too much. Right now the technology was very good that if you want to know something that you can search online. Chinese people either. They know some of like they use the internet to search some of the very important things from United States. So some of things that they know it, but they just don't know too much about it. for always when I like doing a survey, ask them say, what do you think about like the garment, or what do you know about American garment? People just tell me don't know about it. They don't know how to write about it. They don't know how to answer my question, cause they just from the online to see the one things or the two things, but they was not sure American the true garment is like what, so they don't know how to say about it. They just can say about that how I feel for the American garment after I reading or after I know some of the things. And for actually like the of the Chinese people, almost the Chinese people, maybe just the one or two except they don't want to go to the American for visit. All of the people want to go to American for visit. That one or two person who's don't not really want to go is they worry about the public security. For them that was very big the things that they really don't want to go or don't want to let themselves to in a very dangerous place. And I was finding those persons who want to visit American, they choose the visit place is very different. Different age choose the place was different, that they has their own thinking. From age 20 to 30 that they choose the place, it seems like the Hawaii, LA, because they like to play it. So they choose that was actually the more the younger people go it. For the age 40 to 50 people, older people, they choosing maybe I just want to visit like the New York or the Washington, like this place. Because in their mind, like the New York or the Washington, they think it's like the center in the US. So they want to walk around on there, and they think like this center place, center city in American is a correct choice for them. That was necessary to visit. That was a correct choice for them. And the people who have the children, of course, the best choice of them is Disneyland. So making a long story short from the project, I noticed that the Chinese people still don't have the comprehensive understanding of United States. China is an inscribed country, and we welcome people with different thinking and a different central and a different background. And I hope through this survey, Chinese people can know about the United States more than before. And maybe there has in the future one day go to visit United States with more inclusive attitude